oil prices will come down. And when oil prices come down, everything's going to be cheaper for the American people and actually for the world, but for the American people.
President Trump putting a freeze on Biden's green energy initiatives as he aims to secure America's path toward oil and gas dominance. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry was energy secretary under President Trump in his first term. He joins me now. Mr. Secretary, Governor, welcome.
How are you, Mike? Good to be with you.
Let's start with President Trump's immediate actions on energy. His declaration of a national energy emergency, restart liquefied natural gas terminal approvals, boost Alaska's energy production, revoke Biden's ban on oil and gas drilling in most U.S. coastal waters, and Paris Climate Agreement withdrawal. What is your assessment of these actions?
A stunningly successful first few days, exactly what he said he was going to do. And people just need to look at Donald Trump and recognize he's going to do what he said he was going to do. Stopping the pause on LNG, I think, was the biggest, boldest first move. It sent a message not only to the United States and along the Gulf Coast that the jobs are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get back into the energy dominance business. But it also sent a message to our allies around the world. You can count on us. We're not going to play hide the ball with you. We are going to deliver affordable, clean energy to you so that you don't have to rely upon people like Russia who don't have their best interest in mind. So his other idea of opening up these federal lands, particularly ANWR, Kevin O'Leary had a fabulous idea about using all of the proceeds that come from those areas to pay down the national debt. That's the type of forward thinking, I think, very thoughtful, visionary thinking, using American energy, because everything, Mike, everything is affected by energy costs. So supply and demand, it works out there. The president putting pressure on OPEC, him putting pressure on our industry, if you will. Mm-hmm. He's saying, okay, boys and girls, we're going to get rid of the regulations and the downward pressure. Show us what you got. And I can assure you that American energy producers, whether it's that black gold that we have a great abundance of, or whether it's that atomic gold in the small modular reactor world, for instance, he's going to free them from over-regulation, over-litigation, and over-taxation, and you're going to see American industries, particularly the energy industry, grow like never before.
A key Senate Democrat is expressing concern with what he calls President Trump's war on wind energy. Let's play that.
He ordered a halt to offshore and onshore wind projects. Wind energy is key to reducing pollution and achieving affordable, stable energy prices.
What about wind, Mr. Secretary?
You know, there's a place for wind, but this idea that wind is supposed to take the place of baseload energy, which is basically natural gas and nuclear energy, is just nonsense. The wind doesn't blow all the time. The sun doesn't blow all the time. So these intermittent sources of energy, you can't rely on them. They're hard on the grid. So the president's making the right decisions. Listen, there are going to be Democrats out there that are against the president. If he comes out and says he's for apple pie and blue skies, they're going to be against it. I get that. But they're small-minded. I think they're not very visionary. Wind's got its place, but it will find its place in a market, a free market, and not one that is subsidized by the federal government, making people use wind and solar when these other sources of energy not only are more dense, and when I mean by more dense, you can get more energy out of them than you can from the wind and the solar panels, but making sure that Americans have a choice out there. That's and Americans will pick natural gas and our nuclear energy every time over these renewable sources of energy. But you know what? If you want to go the renewable path, go the renewable path. Recognize it's not going to be that reliable from time to time.
Former Energy Secretary and former Texas Governor Rick Perry, thank you so much for your time and your analysis today.
Good to be with you. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.